Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So, hopefully you guys have had a great day. I got zero crafting done today. I left the house at 6:45 this morning, drove to Scottsdale to get my hair done by 8, sat in rush hour for quite a long time, and then I had to drive to Chandler for another appointment. And then on my way back home, I stopped and met my girlfriend for sushi, Heather. So we had sushi, and I got home a little bit before 5, made dinner for my husband, and now I'm out here doing a live. So I have had zero crafting time. Thank goodness I am off tomorrow because I am spending all day in the craft room. I have a little bit of tidying up to do before I can start playing, but that's okay. So hopefully you guys had a good day. If you are joining, log on so I know you're here. I'm going to grab my iPad to make sure we're live. For some reason, my comments are still not showing up in my on my screen, and it says comments not available. So I have no idea what's wrong, so I've got to sit and figure it out. And I'm not tech savvy at all, so it's a little wonky for me. And it's still not showing, so hopefully it shows up in your guys' news feed pretty good. Everything else looks good, so we should be live and ready to go. So today's card is a quick and easy card. I created, I cut, and I got them all in the mail in one day. So if I can get probably 30 cards done in less than a few hours, definitely this card is duplicatable. So that is what I'm going to show you. So if you came to bingo or if you just needed a thank you card, I sent out a ton of them on Monday. And a few people have already messaged me, said that they got them. So it's like, why don't we do it for a Facebook Live? Because it was super fun and super easy and super quick to put together. So let me point you over so we can get started. It is still not showing up on my Facebook, so hopefully everything is good. I am just going to log over to my Facebook and see if we're live. I think we are, but we'll see. I'll just keep playing with it. I don't know why technology and we don't get, oh, there it is. Me and technology, we do not get along. So this is a brand new stamp set in the catalog. It is not available until January 4th, but I decided to show you guys. We're allowed to show product that we're working on, but we just can't show the catalog yet. But this is Fragrant Flowers, and I loved how big the thanks was. And I loved the little friend right here. And I love the hello love. Like, I say that all the time. So that's actually why I got it, was the hello love and the big thanks. It does have coordinating dies. So let me pull these out. So your big flower does cut this image. Your smaller flower cuts that guy. This cuts your thanks and your hello. And then we have these guys that cut the love and the friends. So it is and then you have a few leaves and other little doodads that you can play with. So this is definitely, this was, as soon as I saw it, I knew it was one of the number one things I was getting. So this is what we're playing with. And then this is the designer series paper. That is free when during celebration. And it is the 12 by 12 and the basic black, blackberry bliss, calypso coral, evening evergreen, fresh freesia, mossy meadow, and petal pink. Those are the colors that are in this paper. And I actually have to open a new pack because I have used a full pack of this paper already, and I literally just got it. So I want to show you how gorgeous this paper is. So you have a lot of the petal pink and the calypso coral. And then you flip it over and you have the double-sided, so these two pieces go perfect together. And then you have a lot of the Blackberry Bliss and the Fresh Freesia, so if you're a purple fan, this paper is definitely right up your alley. This is some of the Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss with the Evening Evergreen, and you flip it over. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So this is definitely one that is, I will be getting lots of this. So you have your calypso coral, you have all your colors in this sheet. And there's that one with the fresh freesia. Oh, absolutely stunning. And this one is a Calypso Coral with the back Calypso Coral. So that is a free celebration paper pack that you can get. And let me bring in the card that we're going to be doing. So I didn't have enough designer series paper to do, well, I didn't open another pack. So I want to show you the paper that I picked. Oh, I don't know which one I picked. Maybe it was this one. So I did this one for all of my thank you cards for the bingo. And then I needed some more, so I decided to do some Calypso Coral using the same paper designed it the same exact way. So we are just going to put a couple together with some of the same designer series paper. Now, since I made so many thank you cards, I didn't want any more, even though I definitely could use them. So I decided to pull in the Go Greetings, and I need a couple more birthday cards. So I'm going to bring in this Happy Birthday, but I'm still going to use this little friend right here. So it's going to say Happy Birthday Friend. So that is what we're going to be doing tonight. Good evening, Heather. Yes, the paper is absolutely phenomenal. It's beautiful. So our first card is going to be doing Blackberry Bliss and the Fresh Freesia. So I have a piece of our basic white, and this measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it right in half at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold this. I like to work from this side. I don't know why. And then I flip it around so we open our card the right way. I think everybody has their own little ticks on how they do things. This is Blackberry Bliss, and it measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we're just going to start layering our pieces. And then I have 2 pieces of designer series paper, and this is the same. This actually is the same side. I just cut it to flip one side over. So our first piece is 3 3/4 by 3, and this piece is 3 3/4 by 2. So remember on Tuesday's live how I said to put a piece of tear tape on so it's easier to lay these pieces together? So this is what I want to be showing. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to line up the edges at the bottom. I'm going to grab a piece of tear tape. Good evening, Jill. Welcome. Grab a piece of tear tape, make sure that's all lined up, and I'm just going to put a piece right at the bottom, just to hold that together. So when I come to put my glue on it, it is kind of one piece. So it's a little bit easier to layer your designer series paper if it's together. So I'm literally just going to line this up. Just make sure you have a nice border around all 4 edges. And I think that Blackberry Bliss just makes the fresh freesia and the designer series paper pop beautifully. So go ahead and we're going to attach this to our card. So card making doesn't have to be super intense and stressful. I just sat in my craft room on Monday, cut all these out, and got them all in the mail. So here are our last 2 pieces of cardstock. This is Blackberry Bliss, and it is 3 3/4 by 1 inch. And this is our fresh freesia, and this is 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/2. So I did put all these measurements before I went live, so you don't have to quickly write them down. So I'm going to take my Happy Birthday. I'm going to ink this up in Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to stand on my tippy toes to try to see over my camera to make sure we get it even. If not, there's always 2 sides to a piece of paper. Oh, that's actually not tragic. So there's our Happy Birthday. I'm going to leave the ink open because I'm going to do it one more time. Pick this up and we're going to put some adhesive on the back. That was a little much, but it wouldn't come out, so I squeezed it a little too much. The Blackberry Bliss and the Fresh Freesia, the combination is just gorgeous. So now that I glued that down, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, grab some dimensionals, And I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals on here. Peel these off. And then I'm going to set this right across the center. It hides the designer series paper where it's cut. And then I already stamped and cut these out. I went ahead and did friend, so I'm going to flip that over. Add some mini dimensionals to it because this guy is itty bitty. And voila, your card is finished. It is such a fun card and it's gorgeous. And I honestly think you could really put any sentiment here. If this could be a wedding card, it could really be a sympathy card or a thinking of you, a get well, whatever you need, you could put that sentiment right inside. So I have another Blackberry Bliss, so we'll just do that one really quick. I won't go over the measurements again, but it is in the description and it is in the beginning of the video. So hopefully I got that centered. Oh, that's a little wonky. Let's try that again. Let me do the whole stand on my tippy toes. I didn't stand on my tippy toes last time, so I bet that's why it got wonky. And then we'll see which one's better. Oh yeah, that's much better. So we'll go ahead and glue this down. Working a little backwards on this one, but it's okay. So I do everything in an assembly line. So if I know I need to make 30 cards, I cut all of my designer series paper, I cut all of my cardstock, I cut all the cards, and then I assemble each piece. So that is a quicker way of getting a bunch of cards done. So I did make 30 of these. Actually, I probably made more just because I thought they were so pretty. And I fell in love with the designer series paper. I was sad this actually wasn't on the pre-order that when I went to convention, we were allowed to pre-order some things, and this paper wasn't on our pre-order, and I was so sad because the catalog, even the catalog shows how gorgeous it is. So take your card base, give that a good crease. Let's glue this down. There we go. And then all we have to do is put this, and then I'll bring my little friend in, flip that over, and I'll do the dimensionals at the same time. We have one more to do, and that one is going to be in the Calypso Coral color. That's a color we don't use very often. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful color, but I love it when they have designer series paper that matches it. I think it just makes it that much more spectacular. There's that. Make sure not to put that on upside down. I would still send it even if it was upside down. So there we go. Good evening, Darlene. That's okay. Good evening, Tracy. So here are the two in the Blackberry Bliss and the Fresh Freesia. I'm just showing some of the celebration paper that you can get. I did a bunch of these as my thank you cards for bingo, and I got a few text messages saying that my friends were starting to get them. So I thought it was a perfect card to do for tonight because it was so quick and easy and super duper fun. So this is the side that I want to be showing. So I'm going to flip this over and I want to glue these two pieces together. It just helps secure it to your card. So I'm going to grab a piece of tear tape. And if you don't have any tear tape, don't stress. You can just use a piece of Scotch tape also. Scotch tape works as well. Yes, the paper is gorgeous. I love it too, Darlene. So Tracy, it doesn't go into effect until January 4th. It's the celebration paper. I do have all the catalogs here, so I am crossing my fingers that I will have time this weekend to get the catalogs addressed and in the mail. I am off tomorrow, so hopefully I can get some stuff done tomorrow. I work on Saturday, which I usually don't work on Saturdays. And I'm off on Sunday, but we are hitting our very last bridal shop to look for Natalie a wedding dress. This is the last place we're going. So my Sunday is going to be not shocked. I shouldn't say it like that, but my Sunday is already full. So I'm grabbing the Calypso Coral ink, and I want to do happy birthday instead of the thank you. I send lots of happy birthday cards. So if you're not on my mailing list for birthdays, I'm going to flip that over and see if I can get it down just a hair. And I didn't stand on my tippy toes, so I think that's why. Okay, that's a little bit better. If you're not on my mailing list to get a birthday card on the month of your birthday, you definitely want to send me a message, and I will get you on that list. I might be late, and I might be early. You never know what's going to happen with me. So there's that. And I have my little friend. I thought it was easier just to pre-cut the little friends versus cutting them all on the live. Let's flip that over. Put some dimensionals on here. I'll bring in the stamp set and the paper again so you guys can see it. Oops, I didn't take the backing off that guy. Oh, and it moved again. Dang Skippy. Okay, I think I fixed it. So there we go. And I'm going to put the friend right down at the bottom. So there we go. Let me bring in the paper, and then I'll bring in all the cards again. This paper is so gorgeous. So you get the Blackberry Bliss, the Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, and Evening Evergreen. So these are the colors that I used today. So here's the Petal Pinks. Here's the purples. And the back. This one, it is just gorgeous. I cannot wait to do lots of things with this. I already know some pillow gifts for the July retreat that I'll be doing with this. So there you go. That is the paper. And then it coordinates with the stamp set and the matching dies. So this is the original card that I made. I did thanks friends, but I have plenty of thanks friends for now. So I wanted a couple extra happy birthdays. So I decided to bring in the Go Greeting set for the happy birthday. But this is the stamp set and dies that coordinate with the celebration paper. And then, yeah, I love it too. Okay, let me bring in the cards that we did. So here are the Blackberry Bliss Calypso Coral. And here is the thanks, the original one that I created. So hopefully all of that shows in the camera, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will be back on Tuesday for another live. Not 100% sure what we're going to do yet, but it will be super cute. I can assure you that. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody on Tuesday for another live. Have a great evening. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.